coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Did you miss me? But anyways, man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jay Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like Beezy, cause you know Jay told them glazies. Make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you need to know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. Y'all, please don't bust my balls. You know what I mean? But this is what we have been waiting for. Time after time. This is what we have been waiting for. And you have the outsiders looking in. Dude, y'all don't even know who your starting QB is, man. I will be worried. Why would I be worried? This right here is a good problem. See, people don't understand that this is a good problem to have. We cannot determine. See, for all y'all other colleges, you already know who your QB1 gonna be, because y'all QB rooms is that terrible, despite that quarterback one. So you already know who your QB. Like for Ohio State, you already know Julian the BJ saying gonna be y'all starting quarterback. You know your backup ain't finna compete with that boy. Same thing for Arch Manning. You ain't got backup. Bro, you gotta understand, we got the best QB room in the country, bro. And do you understand who we bringing in next year? Elijah Haven, which is another 5-star, #1 quarterback in this class. So this guy that we seeing right here, Mr. Keelon Russell, he's a freshman. He's not a freshman, man. He was here last year. Oh, he redshirted. Did you miss me? So you telling me that you gonna give hell? Because like I said, you can't declare for the draft until you're a junior. You can't declare for a draft until you're junior. After your junior year, you can leave. So we got 3 years with this mother. 3 years. If he comes out being the way that I think he's going to be, college football, you're in trouble. See, people love saying, y'all not the same without Nick Saban, bro. Nick Saban made Alabama. See, one thing I cannot stand about non-Alabama fans, they act like Nick Saban made Alabama. That's the only time that you just remember us winning. And that's the only time that I was alive for winning. But you got to understand, man, we've been winning before Nick Saban even got here. We had another legendary coach named Bear Bryant as well. I'm going to just go and just tell, we already know about Bear Bryant. We had Jeannie Stallings, who won one ring before Nick Saban even got here. Another one, Frank Thomas. Another one, Wallace Wade. Bro, you're going all the way back to 1923s. I'm trying to show y'all that you cannot name a team that has been dominant since the 1923s, 1920s, all the way to the early 2000s. All the way to the later we've been dominant ever since 1923, ever since this mother effer even became a thing. Ever since college football has started, we have been winning. And we're still winning. Just because you don't win a national championship, that don't mean that your season is unsuccessful. But we're so good that it is with us. Alabama is the only team in the nation that if we don't win a national championship, we fell off. So you goes to show how dominant we are. Mother effer expect us to win it. Ole Miss get all the hype. Texas, I'm going to show you the double standard when it comes to Alabama. Ole Miss get all the hype. Texas A&M get all the hype. All these other schools get all the hype. Oregon gets all the hype. Don't bring no natties in. But as soon as Alabama don't win a natty, we fell off. But you got Oregon, who you constantly keep hyping up. Texas A&M, Texas, Ole Miss, all these ringless mother effers. But you're going to keep talking about Alabama fell off. But you know why? Because you hold Alabama to a higher standard and you're going to keep lying to yourself, acting like you still ain't scared of us. Man, college football still scared of us to this day. Every time you see Alabama on your schedule, you scared. I don't care what nobody say. All that little pump faking, all that little outside appearance, the true person is in the inside. You can pump fake all you want to, acting like you ain't scared. Man, when you see Alabama on your dang schedule, bro, you're worried. When we made the playoffs last year, boy, them motherfuckers was worried. I don't care. All odds was on Alabama. When that college football playoff ranking was going down, everybody was worried about Alabama. It showed how scary y'all was, you know what I'm saying, when SMU got in over. Bro, I had a whole dang riot about Alabama making it to the playoffs. I don't care what nobody say. See, a lot of y'all be pump faking, bro. See, a lot of y'all, bro, be just lying to yourselves, make yourself feel better. Try to act like you ain't worried. I'm not worried about the outside, bro. I know in the inside is who you truly are. When you see Alabama pop up, the inside of you is nervous. I don't care about what you saying in your mouth. I don't care about that, because this right here is fake. All this outside stuff, that's junk fake. Who you are is truly in the inside. How you feel, you know, when Alabama on your schedule, you feel something in your heart. But then you're going to try to act like everything. We not worried about Alabama. They saying it right now. We ain't worried about Alabama. Alabama fell off. You don't even believe that yourself. But you're trying to lie to yourself to make yourself feel better. But I'm going to make it even more scarier for y'all. I'm finna break it down. We're finna get into the video. I'm going to make it even more scary. You know, Keelon DeBoer is on track to do what Paul Bear Bryant and Nick Saban has already done. What you mean by that, Jay? See, as I'm looking at, I'm naming these coaches right here. Jenny Stallings, even the other coaches we had after Jenny Stallings. One thing that they didn't do, that Nick Saban and them did Nick Saban and Bear Bryant did, they didn't continue getting better. I'm gonna say Stallings. I'm gonna X them out, but we had other coaches other than Stallings. These were just the who I named: Wade, Thomas, Bear Bryant, Stallings, Nick Saban. Those were just the coaches that won natties for Alabama. But we had other coaches that didn't win natties. But the one thing that I realized that Keelon DeBoer is doing is that he's constantly getting better. Year one, rarely missed the playoffs. Year two, made it to the second round. What the freak you think finna happen in year three? I don't know why y'all think that Nick Saban just came out guns blazing. Motherfucker, Nick Saban was on the verge of getting fired after the first year. You know that motherfucker went like 7-5? 7-5, 7-6, one of them. Nick Saban was terrible his first year. But after that second year, Nick Saban got better. Then after that third year, national championship. And then Nick Saban just continued getting better and better. Same thing for Bear Bryant. So what I'm telling you is, bro, stop expecting somebody to win in a system they did not create. Us Bama fans who watch Alabama, you can't tell me about my team, bro. I watch my team every minute, every second, bro. So what outsiders be saying, it'd be so funny because what you saying is clearly you literally lying. So it's funny to me. I don't listen to the outside noise. So that was like when people be talking, I'd be laughing. So I'm telling you, Alabama fans, we not worried about Keelon DeBoer. We know Keelon DeBoer is a good coach. But we know that Keelon DeBoer does not have his guys yet. That's the most scariest thing about it. This man making it to the second round of the playoffs without even his recruits. Name a head coach that's doing that right now. Indiana, Kurt Cinetti, you got your guys, bro. Yeah, you beat down Alabama, but you beat a coach that didn't have his recruits. You got your quarterback that you recruited. You got all your team built the way you want to build it. Not Keelon DeBoer. But guess what's different about this team going in the third season? Keelon DeBoer got his recruits now. Keelon DeBoer got his quarterback. You know, Jam Miller, that wasn't who. I'm going to go and name the starters that we had on our team last year that he took to the second round. Trash Simpson wasn't his recruit. Caden Proctor, Nick Saban recruit. Jaden Roberts, Nick Saban recruit. Wilcom Formby, Nick Saban recruit. Ryan Williams, that was Nick Saban recruit. Rico Scotts, Nick Saban recruits. Who else? Let's go on the defensive side. Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, Tim Kennan, Latham, Quay Russaw, James Smith, Pierre Paul, Xavier Brown, even Malachi Moores, the Jahad Campbells. We can go on and on. Half of this mother effer team is still Nick Saban recruits, but you expect them to win a natty. How you gonna win a natty when it's not even the team you built? But you got the nerve to talk about this ain't Nick Saban no more. And you right, it's the Keelon DeBoer era now. You're gonna see exactly what I'm saying. Ain't no more losing the Florida State. Ain't no more mildews. Ain't no more Trash Simpsons. Oh, we got his quarterback now. Natty. Third year, national championship. I'm gonna call it right now. Call it right now. I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna call it right now. National championship, third year. I've been wrong, but the only reason I've been wrong because I spoke too soon. What I spoken on is going to happen. It just didn't happen the way I thought it would happen. You're going to see what I'm talking about. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm saying.
Well, what do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Thumbnail time.
I hate to toot my own horn a little bit, but there's probably going to be a little bit of that happening in this video. Only if there was a YouTuber, there was a man that goes by the name of Matt B. Great that told you guys about this 2 weeks ago.
This is like in my blood. Like, it's different when you're from here. Like, this is like in me. Like, this is like in me. I really don't understand how people go for teams that's not in their state. Like, I wish my team had an NFL team, NBA team. Like, I'll be Bama crazy. Like this is, it's different, bro. Cause like, this is in me. Like, this is who I am. Like, Bama, like Alabama is who I am, gang. Like, this is different. Like, me just looking at this, like, it's like, this is me, bro. Like,
this isn't coming off too corny, but that is exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. What more is there to say? There's a lot of things we got to talk about in this video. First things first, I want to give I'm talking about a major shout out to our sources. Greatly appreciate y'all. I wish I could list off and name your names, but I'm sure you're watching this video. Shout out to you, and you're gonna always have these people in the comment section say, well, Matt, who are your sources? I can't tell you who the sources are, because if I tell you their name, I lose them. That's a part of it. But here's what I can tell you. Our sources are the best in the game. Our sources have never been wrong, especially when it comes to Alabama quarterback battles. And the reason they've never been wrong is because, and I can't harp on this enough, it is not an educated guess. It is not, oh, I think this is going to happen. I'll put it to you like this. The information I'm relaying over to you guys, everyone watching these videos, our entire subscriber base on the channel, shout out to y'all. It is coming from people very, 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 very close to this Alabama football program. I have told you guys this, and this is as much as I can tell you. They are at the practices. They are talking.
And that's what I be saying too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I probably ain't got as much sources, but I got sources as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be knowing, you know, certain things as well, you feel me, sources and whatnot. So you never gonna hear me, you feel me, like for me, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, therefore I already knew Keelon Russell, like, with the sources that I had, bro, I knew Keelon Russell was like possibly gonna be the starting quarterback, but it still feels good to see it being official. But I already knew that Keelon Russell. That's why when y'all be coming to my Twitch chat talking about, bro, Keelon, I've already knew this already, bro. So I have sources as well, probably not as connected as Mac, but I have my sources, bro.
Quarterbacks coach. They are talking to the offensive coordinator. And I don't mean in a press conference. I'm talking about behind the scenes. The thing I take pride in the most about all this is we've been reported this news. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. It's just now, if you want to say, officially official. Because, of course, when I posted that video, you got all these goobers in the comment section saying, oh, well, this is some random guy, you know, Matt B. Great. He don't know anything.
Why do you look?
Legit.
Why do you look at like comments, bro? Like, I've been knowing, like, when it being a YouTuber, I'm like, the worst thing that you can do is look at what people say about you. Like, they don't matter unless you choose to let them matter. Like, who is this guy to say I'm a liar? It's like, if I know the truth, right, why should I be bothered by this? You just gotta let people talk. Like, people just talk, bro. You gotta let them just talk, bro. They just love hearing themselves talk or type or whatever.
Okay, man, whatever you say. Like I told you in the video a couple of days ago, why would I lie about this? I have nothing to gain from it. Matter of fact, I have almost everything to lose. I would lose all my credibility if I lied about the Alabama quarterback battle. It doesn't even make sense for me to get up here and lie about that, but I'm not
No, they think you a liar because they are a liar. You got to understand that. So people portray themselves on you, Matt, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they just lie about things for no reason, so they think you're just gonna lie about things for no reason. So they see themselves, they try to put how they are in you. Motherfucker, I lie for no reason, so I know he's lying for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that literally lie for no. You got liars. So of course a liar gonna think motherfucker always lying, because that motherfucker a liar.
Into that too much. More of the story.
You ain't trust his own self.
Like we always do. And if you've been watching the channel, this update, this ESPN report you saw today, it shouldn't have shocked you. And matter of fact, I go as far as saying this, if it did shock you even to the slightest, I take that as some disrespect, and I take offense to that, because That means you didn't believe in me. You didn't believe in us. Getting all that hoo-ha, hee-ha out the way, you see it right here. I'm going to read this off the official report. New. Alabama has named Keelon Russell its starting quarterback. Clow and Pete Nako's very reliable sources report Russell was a 5-star plus recruit in the 2025 class. We've already addressed the small stuff. I'm not shocked by this. I not only expected this, I called this 2 weeks ago. So we're just going to skip over all of that. Not too much to be said about there. However, there are a lot of Alabama fans that are clamoring on social media saying, oh my gosh, we're back. This is amazing.
For real,
and
we're back, bro.
I guess I will be doing this. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate. Pump the brakes a little bit.
Not no pumping the brakes, nothing, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, Matt, bro. But like I said, Matt, you used to piss me off last year, bro. We pumping the brakes for what? Bro, we was dealing with Trash Simpson, bro, and mildew. You telling us to pump the brakes? You ain't telling these other motherfuckers to pump they brakes. See, I ain't gonna lie, man, Matt, bro. Like it's like you an Alabama fan, bro. But you just be like, like you just be like wishy-washy with this ish, bro. Hey, bro, we're Alabama fans. We don't talk like that. You from Alabama, I heard, bro. It was like pump the brakes. We ain't pumping no brakes, bro. We all behind this motherfucker, bro. So what we see, 5-star, is what we get. Ohio State was doing the same thing with that Julian saying, motherfucker. Ain't nobody had a problem with it. But now since Alabama, now we got to pump the brakes. Motherfucker, we had freaking 3 years of mildew. We had 3 years of mildew and Trash Simpson. It's good to have a breath of fresh air, bro. This man was the number 2 quarterback in this dang class. This motherfucker, a top, bro, this is a 5-star recruit. This man can possibly change our freaking program for the next years to come. What you mean pump the dang brakes? I believe in Keelon Russell. I knew when Austin Mack came in, bro, in the Indiana game, I knew he wasn't the guy. He missed open reads. I was like, yeah, Austin Mack just isn't the guy. I knew Keelon Russell. Not gonna lie, Keelon Russell was gonna be the guy. And especially with Elijah Haven coming in, bro, our future looks amazing, brother. Our quarterback room is stacked beyond stacked for so many years. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sugarcoating it. Our QB room, bro, is set to be stacked for, I'm not gonna lie, for the next 8 years. With Elijah Haven, him redshirting, he is a freshman. So him redshirting, we're gonna have him for the next 3 years. Elijah Haven most likely on redshirt. And then be behind Keelon Russell. And then, so we got another 5-star coming behind him. Then we got Jet Tamala, who's a 4-star. Bro, gang, our QB room, word to the wise, don't bust my bulls. You feel me? Bro, our QB room is the best QB room in the country. You got to understand, Keelon DeBoer is an offensive coach. That's what you not understanding, Matt. This man got Trash Simpson, the top 20 pick. Trash Simpson would have been the top 20 pick in any other offense. But Keelon DeBoer, I'm sorry. I call him DeHore when I get mad at him. But Keelon DeBoer, hey man, them nicknames be kind of getting a little too crazy. Keelon DeBoer, sorry for disrespecting you like that. Keelon DeBoer, you know what I mean, have 2 quarterbacks that win in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he showed that he can produce, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know under this offense, bro, Keelon Russell is going to thrive, bro. I know for sure. If Mildew could thrive and Trash Simpson could thrive on there, they didn't thrive, but at least they got drafted. Keelon Russell for sure can thrive. You got to understand, this is an offensive coach, bro. Offensive coach.
Slowly roll, partner. Don't get me wrong. As an Alabama fan myself, am I excited for Keelon Russell? Yes, I am. I'm excited to see what this young, prestigious 5-star recruit can do. A lot of great comparisons out there. Me personally, he reminds me of. They don't have the same build, but he does have a little Bryce Young.
That's why I just said.
I see the similar.
I literally said that boy remind me of Bryce Young. Literally, I'm telling you, that boy remind me. You could just look at somebody and tell they're gonna be stellar, bro. That's what we saying, Matt, bro. You can just look, bro, and just tell somebody like they're like that. It's just an eye for the game. If you got an eye for the game, you can just look and tell Keelon Russell gonna be like that. Even with his first few seconds on the field, you could just look at him. He different, bro. It's like that, Matt, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever been wrong about it like a player being like that. Other than, I ain't gonna lie, Cooper Flagg. I knew Cooper Flagg was gonna be like that coming in the league. You know what I'm saying? But he was starting off a little shaky. But then he ended the season running rookie of the year. So it's like, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I don't think I've ever been wrong about a player being like that, bro. Like, let's think about it. Let's really think about it, y'all. Like, when I say a player is like that, do that player turns out to be like that, bro? Like, am I tweaking? Like with Dart turned out to be like that. I really can't name a player where I just been wrong about him, bro. Keep it real with you. I can't name a player, bro. So everybody say all this, you always, but you can't name a player that just don't turn out to be fire. That I say fire. Because I just know fire when I see fire. I don't just overhype people, bro. Like Keelon Russell, just because you on Alabama, I'm not finna overhype you. If I didn't think you looked too good, bro, you didn't look too good. Austin Mack, he looked all right, but he didn't look like the guy. You feel me? Y'all see how I do with Trash Simpson and Mildew? You feel me? So I wasn't wrong about Mildew and Trash Simpson. On my mama, I wasn't. Mildew and Trash Simpson was just performing good at first, and they failed to freak off. They fell off because teams started adjusting to Mildew and Trash Simpson. I was right about Mildew and Trash Simpson. They started off the season real good. The motherfuckers got adjusted to, and the defenses that they were facing seeing that they could not throw, so they just constantly kept blitzing.
Tendencies there, the play styles. He's not going to be looking to scramble, and when he does escape the pocket, he's going to keep his eyes downfield. Make no mistakes about it. Keelon Russell, if you want to call him dual threat, I don't have a problem with that, but it's not like a Lamar Jackson. It's not like a Cam Newton. You're not going to.
We don't want to be Lamar Harden.
See a lot of quarterback design runs. However, you are going to see him escape the pocket, and he's going to have some decent runs occasionally, but more so of like Bryce Young, and that's why I love the comparison. He is taller than him, has some better size.
Look at this throw, y'all.
But he throws a pretty ball, an accurate ball. He takes care of the football. And the thing I love about him the most, and it was my biggest knock on Jalen Hurts when he was at Alabama, we'll foreshadow, we'll talk about him in just a second, quarterback battle with Blake Barnett.
Look at this, bro.
Is Keelon Russell. He stays in the pocket. I think he does a better job of that than Ty Simpson did, even though Ty Simpson was running for his life.
Hey, Trash Simpson, not Trash Simpson. Matt, you keep saying that, bro. Like, the O-line was bad, bro, but please stop acting like this man had lots of time. Like he had lots of time, plenty of times. Like Matt, bro, you love trying to make excuses for Trash Simpson. Trash Simpson is not the only reason that we were losing. I'm not gonna say that, but he was the major part in why we was losing. Plenty of times I seen him, like he, first of all, he can't read the pocket. He don't understand when the pocket is closing in. So you see with Keelon Russell, when we feel the pocket closing, he scoring out the lot, he making something happen. Ty Simpson can't make something out of nothing. So like, you gotta understand with Ty Simpson, if it's nothing, it's nothing. Keelon Russell looked like the type of player, like, okay, yeah, it's nothing, but I'm gonna make it into something. That's the type of quarterback that Bryce Young was. That's the type of quarterback that Mac Jones was. That's the type of quarterback, people don't mention him, my boy A.J. McCarron was. That's the type of quarterbacks they was, bro. Make some out of, y'all got to understand, Alabama always been dangerous when we had a quarterback that knew how to play. Am I right or am I wrong? Alabama was unbeatable when we had a quarterback that knew how to play and we had a run game. Defense always been our strong suit. For the past 3 years, ever since Kalen DeBoer got here, defense has not been a problem. Kane Womack been doing this job. The problem has been the offensive side of the ball. Facts. Defense top 15 when it comes to in the country. Defense is not the problem. Defense only gave up 19 points throughout the regular season. I know a lot of y'all look at that Indiana beat down like, oh my God, you gave up 30-some points. Offense couldn't score. We were clamping up Indiana in the first half. They weren't scoring. But when you got an offense that can't score, it's going to be hard to keep that other offense at the end zone, bro. Throughout the whole regular season, our defense did not give up 19 points. Over 19 points. You know how amazing that is? So for the past 3 seasons, bro, our problem has been the offense. That's why I try to get to tell y'all this, bro. If Alabama always been dominant, because we just have a versatile defense. Our defense is so good. I don't think no defense is better than ours in the country. I'm going to keep it real with you. Top 10 defense in the nation. You go look it up, bro. I ain't overhyping this defense. Defense is stellar, bro. From the D-line all the way back to the DB room. I just don't feel like when it comes to versatility, of course, they have other better D-lines than us, for sure. But I'm just speaking on versatility. I'm speaking on the all-around defense. I don't feel like no defense in the country has a better all-around defense than us. And we face more competition. So you try to look at Ohio State and all these boys don't bust big bulls. Man, them folks, man, play weaker teams than us, bro. We face competition. and still locked down. So that's all I'm saying, bro. The problem is not the whole. The problem is just a few tweaks. That's what I try to get y'all to understand, bro. It's just only a few fixes that we need to make in order for this Alabama team to become a national championship team, and we have fixed that. Quarterback, running back, and O-line was our problem. Wide receiver room was good last year. Ryan Williams actually had a leap up. Jeremy Bernard, Lazir Brooks, Isaiah Horton, he was all right. Wide receiver room was good. The problem was O-line, quarterback, and running back. We have rejuvenated that O-line, whole new O-line, everybody from top to bottom. Got Michael Carroll, but Michael Carroll looked excellent last year. So we got new center, new guard, other than Michael Carroll, new tackles, new quarterback, new running back. This is a whole new front. I'm telling you, so if this team if Keelon, I'm just telling y'all, bro, I'm trying to be all aware. If Keelon Russell comes out playing the way we all expect him to play, nobody is beating us. I see us going undefeated, bro. And I see us going undefeated. If it is proven facts by the history. If we have a good quarterback, we are the most feared team in the country. If we have a good quarterback and a good running game, nobody can stop us. Because our defense is going to handle the work. We always had a good defense. But if we got a good quarterback and a good running back, nobody can stop us. That what made us more dominant. Our defense was dominant, but what made us even extra more dominant is when we had a Mac Jones under that center. We had an A.J. McCarron under that center, handing it off to a Mark Ingram, handing it off to a Trent Richardson. Y'all remember them dogs we had back there in that backfield, bro? Handing out to a T.J. Yeldon, to a Najee Harris. When we had a Najee Harris, we ain't had a Najee Harris in a minute. Hopefully we get that this year. You feel me? Have them type of dogs back there. A Derrick Henry. That's what made us dominant, boy. The run game was dominant. Then we had the passing game that was dominant. And then we had the defense. But I'm telling you, we getting back to that structure. Keelon the board just had to build his team the way he wanted to build it.
He keeps his eyes downfield. That is a trait that doesn't get talked about enough with quarterbacks. Everybody loves to talk about pocket presence and arm talent, but when you scramble, most young quarterbacks, and even some in the NFL, their eyes don't go downfield. They start looking at defenders and they try to run, get out of bounds, but not Keelon Russell. The reason he beat Austin Mack out for this job from everybody I talked to is his playmaking ability. Austin Mack's good in the pocket, but when things broke down in practice and in the scrimmages, Keelon Russell, he made plays.
And it's another thing. Y'all remember, that's why I just said, y'all, making something out of nothing. Y'all see what I'm saying? Keelon Russell makes something out of nothing. And you got to understand, y'all. See, a lot of y'all talking about, oh yeah, Keelon Russell, you know, he a freshman. But y'all got to understand, bro, and this has a lot to play with it. This man is going against a top 10 defense every day. Think about that too, y'all. He's not going against a mediocre defense. This man going against Xavier Brown, who's a top 3 DB in the country. Dejon Lee, Bray Hubbard, who's the best safety in the freaking country. Keon Sabb, London Simmons, Pierre Paul, in my opinion, is a top 5 edge rusher. What's the name? They gonna think I'm just making this up, but literally, if you know Alabama football, you know I ain't lying, bro. You feel me? No, I ain't just overhyping people. You feel me? This man is going against a top 10 defense in the country every day, and you think he not finna come out and ball out? Come on, bro. Just think about it, bro. Think about it.
Mac, I'm not gonna say
he coming against a top 10 defense, and you think he ain't gonna ball out? Think he ain't gonna ball out, bro? Come on, man.
Make plays, but excuse me, losing my voice. He didn't make as many plays. Keelon Russell has more talent, like we've already talked about in previous videos, and there's just more upside potential. Does this mean that Austin Mack is a chum bucket employee?
Yeah, he's going to enter the transfer portal. He's not staying with us.
Back to the no. Austin Mack is a good quarterback. This is more about Keelon Russell. Keelon Russell is a great quarterback, and Austin Mack is good. You got to go with the better option. Let me throw this out there before I forget. This is where I was going at with this, playing devil's advocate. Just because Keelon Russell's named the starter, that doesn't mean he's even going to be the quarterback the entire season for Alabama.
Going to be the quarterback.
May I remind you, 10 years ago, I can't believe this was 10 years ago, but in 2016, I believe that was the season, you know who won that starting quarterback job? Only Bama fans remember this guy, and maybe some Arizona State fans, because I believe he transferred there, if my memory serves correctly. Blake Barnett beat.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I definitely did not remember that. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely didn't remember that. I had to think for a minute.
Jalen Hurts, who is Blake Barnett, Exactly. He started the game against USC. It was a top 25 matchup. Alabama was actually trailing in that game. First couple of drives, they could have.
But you gotta understand, Blake Barnett is not no Keelon Russell though, bro. You gotta understand. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, it happened before, but this is not like Blake Barnett wasn't a hyped up prospect. Like if from my understanding, I didn't even know who he was. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew Jalen Hurts played for us, you know what I mean, in that season, but you know what I mean. I didn't know that right there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Blake Burnett. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Freaking, I ain't know it, bro. But Keelon Russell, bro, you know what I'm saying, is a different freaking quarterback, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's just different, bro. This ain't no Blake Barnett, bro. No, this is somebody he's here to stay, bro. He won his job, bro. He won his job.
Move the ball. Then what happens? They plug in the freshman, Jalen Hurts, and he never looked back. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Keelon Russell.
Not going to happen.
But what I am saying is, don't just go, okay, it's automatically Russell's job.
It's Russell.
And Austin Mack, he's the chum bucket employee. We don't need him anymore. There is a possibility where Russell goes out there, doesn't do good, Austin Mack gets an opportunity, and he wins the starting job. It could happen. I did want to address that. The other thing I want to address before I'm going to take a look at this tweet with you guys is this right here. To all my Bama fans, I get it. You are so pumped up for the season. I'm pumped up too. But if I were you, I hate to sound like a Debbie Downer, I would be treading lightly. I would be cautiously optimistic. I wouldn't expect, and you shouldn't expect, Keelon Russell to go out here even against an inferior opponent like Eastern Carolina and go 21 for 27, have 325 passes.
My man's, bro. Like, you think you're being like unbiased, bro, but you're just speaking like somebody that just don't believe. Like it's like it makes me question your brother. Like, we just don't speak like that at real Alabama fans, bro. Like, bro, we just all behind our players, bro. You're right, it could happen, but we don't believe it's gonna happen. We don't believe it. Like, we believe that this is our guy, bro. So, like, when we got our guy, it's like you don't see Ohio State fans doing that. All these other fan bases, Matt, they stand behind their guy. But when it come to you, if F the ifs, bro, it ain't gonna happen. F that. I'm behind this mother for 110%. I don't care about the reality. The reality is he could throw for 21, 27. Go for 300 some yards. I'm focused on the positive, bro. I'm not focused on the negative right now. Now, if that motherfucker come out there, start balling great, then that's when I'll focus on the negative. But right now, I'm positive. But right now, the Keelon Russell that I seen that where we're recruiting him from, that's the Keelon Russell I'm expecting. So until I see otherwise, bro, I'm not expecting nothing different other than positive results. I ain't a negative person. I can't stand being around people like that. Well, if this doesn't work out, it's gonna work, bro. Until we see otherwise. Like, I don't with it. You trying to make it seem like you unbiased. It sounds like you just being negative, bro. You know all that F that on all that unbiased, because I see all these other fan bases standing behind they freshman QBs, standing behind they overhype. They overhype peoples. I see them, they not questioning it. They standing 10 toes behind Julian Sand and them. Well, Arch Manning, them Texas motherfuckers was standing 10 times behind Arch Manning. But when it come to Matt, yeah, I don't want to do this. Yeah, just want to be different, Matt. If a dang, this motherfucker 5-star, you look great, so we expect greatness. Simple as that, bro.
Yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, or something outlandish like that. I believe Kalen DeBoer and that offensive staff, in week 1, they're not going to show much because they got a tough matchup in week 2 against Kentucky. I believe it is Kentucky.
Kentucky, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't think they're going to show a lot through the air.
Come on, bro.
And that is one thing, too. They're going to ease. It's not going to be like, oh, you're throwing 4 times. No, they're going to try to ease Russell into the system. He hasn't started a game for Alabama. Even Bryce Young, as great as he was, it's going to take a couple of games. You got to get your feet wet. I don't care how good you are, how polished you are. It's going to be at least a few games before you see them let Keelon Russell loose. And
it's not true, bro. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to get your feet wet, you got to be let loose? In order to get your feet wet, you got to be let loose. The worst thing that you can do, Matt, and that's what I'm saying, Matt, did you ever play football? I'm going to tell you this, don't bust my balls. The worst thing you can ever do to a quarterback or to any position is to limit them, bro. Because it makes them nervous. If you let them go out and just play their game, mistake-free, let them know, like, okay, mistakes going to happen, but go out and play your game. Go out and be you. That's when you're going to get the best version of Keelon Russell. But you're going to get the worst version of Keelon Russell if you try to limit him. F all that limiting. F all that trying to ease him into it. No, go out guns blazing. They wasn't trying to ease Julian Sane into the structure. That motherfucker went out guns blazing. You trying to ease somebody into it? I would say, Max, we don't need you as a coach. Because I don't believe that Kalen Moore finna try to make him ease into it. I believe that motherfucker gonna throw 4 TDs and 300-some yards. All that easing into it. This motherfucker ain't no baby. You at Alabama, bro. Ain't no such thing as easing into it. Either you elite or you ain't. Give a damn about none of that. Straight up, either you elite or you ain't. It's just that simple. Don't bust my balls.
May not need to let them loose if they're just running the ball well. That's a different video for a different day. And
you don't need to be ever
just
a coach.
having good command.
Don't be a
on
coach.
Offense. Ideally, I mean, you do not want to get out there and throw the ball 40 times a game like we had to do last year. That's not a recipe for success. You know what a recipe for success is? Like Indiana did last year. Mendoza only threw the ball 15, 20 times a game, believe it or not. Same thing when A.J. McCarron was at Alabama early on. We want our quarterback throwing the ball 15, 25 times a game. If we're throwing the ball more than 25 times a game, we're in trouble. And that's for anybody. You've got to have some run success. So that's going to be one thing to pay attention to. Can the running backs, the run game, the offensive line, help out our young quarterback? Thank the Lord we had a seasoned vet back there last year. My apologies. And Ty Simpson.
Seasoned vet? Ty Simpson wasn't no vet? See what I'm saying, Matt? You be saying some dumb junk, man. And you overhyped Ty Simpson. Like, bro, he wasn't good, Matt. Let it go, bro. How was he a seasoned vet? This was his first year ever playing. What are you talking about? Bro, literally first year playing ever. That motherfucker was a freaking rookie, just like, motherfucker was a freshman, just like Keelon Russell. Bro ain't transferring from anywhere, bro. Bro was at Alabama from the start to the finish. What are you talking about? If you don't step on that field, bro, and play snaps, I don't care what your freaking, I don't care if you say senior. That right there is just a name, bro. You are a freshman, bro, because you have yet to step on this field, bro, and make any plays happen. So Ty Simpson was a freshman last year, bro. You feel me? He just sat out many years, got beat out by his job. And I see why he got beat out by Mildew. I don't know who to choose, Mildew or Trash Simpson. But I see why you didn't come in being a starter. I see why now. But to be a vet, a seasoned vet, what made him a seasoned vet, Matt? He wasn't playing for us. That motherfucker was a freshman last year, regardless of what his status said.
Got 0 runs. I'm talking about 0. They had negative rushing yards in the SEC championship. He had 0 run support. Offensive line was doo-doo cheeks, and he still put up a Heisman caliber season. Ty Simpson is real, and the defense was good too last year. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about on the offensive side of the ball. Ty Simpson is the only reason Alabama made it to the playoffs.
Trash Simpson also the only reason we lost to Florida State. Trash Simpson also the reason we lost to Oklahoma with a fumble that put him on their yard, put him in enemy territory. Then with a pick 6. If that right there didn't happen in Oklahoma, we would have won the game. But Trash Simpson not being aware of a pocket, not having pocket presence, fumbled the ball, and then threw a freaking pick 6, lost us the Oklahoma game. What other game you made us lose? You made us lose the Florida State game. First game of the season. Promise you that's not going to happen with Russell. Then you made us lose the Oklahoma game. What other game did we lose? That was it. 2 games right there. And then, when we get to the freaking, what's the name? I'm forgetting something. Having a brain fart here. Lost to Florida State. We lost to Oklahoma. Yeah, that's it. That's it, yeah. That's it. That's it. Thought we was going to lose to Auburn. Yeah, that's it. Finished off 10-2. And then we went to the Georgia. Oh, yeah, Georgia. We lost to Georgia because of you. Oh, my gosh. You were pathetic in that game. Lost to Georgia because of you. When you played good, we beat Georgia. Then we lost to Georgia in the SEC championship because of you. You missed so many open throws. Didn't make no sense. Throwing picks. Looked terrible. Indiana, you looked terrible. So every game that we lost was because of you, Trash Sims. We didn't win because of you. We won because of our defense. We made it to the playoffs because of our defense, brother. Not you. Our defense was carrying you, bro. Our defense gave you so many chances, bro, that you're not going to have the luxury to have on any other team. You was just blessed to have a top 10 defense in the country. So you was getting bailed out by the defense. So they constantly was bailing you out, bailing you out, bailing you out, and bailing you out, and eventually you scored. So Matt, bro, don't listen to Matt. I'm a real Alabama fan, bro. I watched every minute, bro. He probably did too, bro, but he's delusional. Saying that we made it to the playoffs because of Ty Simpson. Man, we would have made it to the playoffs with Keelon Russell, for Christ's sake, and I promise you. Austin Mack, anybody, if we would have had anybody, and that goes to show you how good of a coach Kalen DeBoer is. Made it to the second round of playoffs with a trash quarterback, trash O-line, and trash run game, and still made it to the second round of playoffs. That right there should be scary off the rip.
I ain't talking about this too much. I'm not going to. Ryan Williams was the receivers didn't help out too much.
Ryan Williams had, I think, 500-something yards. Lazar Brooks had a good season as well. You know what I'm saying? Please. And Josh Cuevas was a masterpiece for our offense, bro. No, I say, Matt, bro, you be talking, cuz, and it seems like you don't know what you're talking about. You know, Josh Cuevas was literally like that tight end. Literally. He was one of the best tight ends I've seen in a minute since freaking, you know what I'm saying? Since freaking, I don't know how long we ain't got a good tight end like that. You feel me? Forever. You feel me? I forgot old boy name. Dang, I forgot his name. Oh my God, brain fart. He was like that. Oh my God, what was his name? Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. Brain freaking fart, bro. Josh Cuevas.
You can't have that happen this year. If you
Matt,
think
shut the freak up.
There's not a world where Ryan
Just be
Williams
lying,
is dropping
bro.
passes left and right. We averaged
10. Yeah, he dropped passes, bro. He dropped passes, but passes also got overthrown. Also missed passes, open passes. He dropped passes, don't get me wrong, bro. But he wasn't just dropping passes constantly. Like, Matt, come on, bro. You got to shut up, bro.
Rushing yards a game. And Keelan Russell.
Run game was crazy.
6 to 7, 8 times a game. And you still think we're going to make the playoffs? You've lost your mind. He's got to have support. And that doesn't just go for Keelon Russell. That also goes for Austin Mack. It goes for anybody back there. Because whoever whoever plays the most this season is going to be their first year as a real starter. I don't want to make this a super long video, just kind of a very brief and small update video. Let me read you off. Do I have this? Okay,
something negative again?
Austin Mack proves that DeBoer is not the same as Saban. Mack is a talented dude, paid his dues and worked the program. They just passed him over. Wonder what the portal is going to look like now. Oh my, I can't read today. Now for Bama, I'm thinking recruiting, which was not the best this year anyhow, it's going to be impacted.
Bro, look here, bro. First of all, recruiting is not like how it used to be. First and foremost. You having the top classes don't matter anymore. Because most of the people that you recruit are going to just enter the transfer portal. That's why I want people to understand. College is not how it used to be anymore. So Alabama doesn't need to have a top 10 class in 2027. Alabama don't need to have a top 15. We're going to finish with a top 10 class. But I'm just saying, recruiting is not how it used to be. Simple. It's all about development now. That's why you see Oregon paying all these dang players and still ain't going to win the championship. It's about developing and recruiting players that want to be here. A lot of these programs never going to be as great because they're getting players that's only there for the money. And once you don't pay them, they're going to enter the transfer portal. No, we're going after players, and it's just what they're saying. Like, I'm word for word. What Morgan, our GM, Kalen DeBoer, this is what we're saying. We want players that want to be here. That's word from their mouth. Players that recruit play. We want players that want to be here. So our goal and our focus, this word from the word from them, Our goal and our focus is development. I just keep saying that because I don't want you to think that I'm just saying things because how I feel. I'm saying things of what I know, what they said. The people that recruit for Alabama said this. Focus is development. So that need to be the focus when retaining the players that you already have. That need to be the number one focus. Then after that, recruiting needs to come after that. But recruiting don't need to be the number one focus anymore. Keeping players and developing players needs to be the number one option. Recruiting is not the same like it used to be, bro. I'm sorry. Having all them top classes, all them 5 stars, them motherfuckers gonna transfer the next day. Not the next day, but next year.
Comments like this, I'm not even cherry picking. That's just one of the ones I'm using for this video. But people saying, man, what about Keelon DeBoer showing zero loyalty to his guy, Austin Mack? For those of you who don't know, Austin Mack has been with DeBoer now for 3 years. He is DeBoer's quarterback. It's not Keelon Russell. Austin Mack is the guy DeBoer brought over from Washington to Alabama. So he played for him at Washington. He sat last year. So he lost a quarterback battle at Washington, lost a quarterback battle last year at Alabama, and now lost his quarterback battle. And everybody's going, oh, well, not everybody, but there's some people going, oh, what a terrible look. You know, DeBoer not showing loyalty, look, yada, yada, yada. And this guy's...
Man, it's just outside noise, bro. Hey, if you pay attention to outside noise, bro, you're going to be delusional just like them. Outside noise, bro. Shows that DeBoer has no favoritism. I mean, what you mean? Keelon Russell is his guy too. What you mean? Okay, you was 3 years under the board. Keelon Russell 2 years under the board. Keelon Russell, Austin Mack. If you're not the guy for the job, you're just not the guy for the job. You think that that's what DeBoer messed up with Trash Simpson and Mildew. See, you got people that just don't know football, bro, that be speaking on football. It's not finna recruit nothing at all. It's not finna affect recruiting at all. Why the freak would I pick a quarterback better than another quarterback because you followed me? Sounds stupid. I'm gonna just pick you because you've been loyal to me. At the end of the day, yeah, I asked you to come over here, but I ain't beg you. He ain't beg you. He ain't make you come over here. Why would I choose you just because you been with me over somebody that's the better option? Prove that you folks don't know football. Yeah, just choose the guy that's been with you for years over the dude that's just obviously more talented. Shut up. Man, you stupid as
said that. DeBoer's not like Saban, because Saban would have started a guy that's been there and paid his dues. Get the F out of here.
Freak out of here. Oh, my mama. Hey, now Matt talking now. Freak out of here. Man, Saban and bench Jalen Hurts. What are you talking about? Saban bench Jalen Hurts for 2 Tagovailoa. Are you freaking dumb? You know what I mean? Frick is you talking about? Jalen Hurts literally benched this motherfucker for 2 Tagovailoa. Frick is you talking about? The quarterback that he been rolling with the whole season got benched in the most important game. Freak out of here, bro. You just be talking. These folks just be trying to make up narratives about Alabama. Delusional people, bro. Who the freak give these folks platforms, bro?
What a started a guy that's been there and paid his dues. Get the F out of here. You know how dumb you sound? I'm going to bring this situation up. What about Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa? Saban put in Tua. He didn't show any loyalty towards Jalen Hurts.
Stupid.
It's not a loyalty thing. You play the guys that give you the best shot at winning.
Really?
Let me enlighten you.
Oh, it's weird, bro. Like, you look like a weirdo, man.
It's not pee-wee football. This is not high school football.
Oh, bro, Matt, bro, you can just tell the people that actually played football, the people that never played football before. Like, you can just tell by the way people be talking, gang. Like, bro, you never played football before, gang. You just an outsider, bro. Stop thinking you know football, bro. I would say it's only so much knowledge that you can have if you never played the game. I don't care about all that. Yeah, you know ball and all. You do not know ball more than me if you never played ball. I don't care about how much knowledge you think you have. Mother, if you never was a starter, even if you was anybody can make the varsity. No, you can't make the varsity team. But anybody can sit on a bench. You feel me? Sit on a bench. Anybody just can't make varsity though. But yeah, you can make varsity, but you still not good enough to get on that field, man. Mother, if I started varsity, I started from everywhere since I was little all the way up to when I was, you know what I'm saying, grown up and everything, bro. So it's nothing you can teach me about football, bro. So when I be hearing these freaking fanboys, you don't know freaking football and all that. We ain't be on Twitch and all that. You don't know freaking ball. These folks, man, never played a day in their life.
What I mean by that, there's no politics involved. The coach isn't banging some player's mom so that kid's getting a start. There's not any of that. There's jobs on the line. So if you or for anybody, and this isn't just with the Alabama quarterback situation, this is with every running back, wide receiver situation in every school. If you think for a split second any head coach out there at a Division I football program isn't playing the best guys, in his humble opinion, you've lost your mind, because his livelihood and others people's livelihoods are on the line. They are going to play the best player possible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I know sometimes you go, oh my gosh, why is this guy playing? But the coach thinks it gives him the best shot of winning. There's none of this, oh, well, there's no loyalty. It has nothing to do with that. And you hate it for Austin Mack, you do. Just like you hated it for Jalen Hurts. I hated to see that happen, but everybody and their mama knew, including Nick Saban, Tua is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. It is what
Not
it is.
now,
Congrats to Keelon Russell. Wishing the best of luck, but also, Austin Mack, keep your head up, brother. Still rooting for you. Let me know your thoughts down below.
Man, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? Freaking, this video will be coming next, just to let y'all know, so y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. But and then we got Bishop Gorman versus St. John as well. So this is we're gonna be dropping some YouTube some high school videos as well. But yeah, man, I just can't stand people making something that's kind of like, I can't stand delusional people. Like, they just try to make something. So that's why I say the worst thing that you can do is listen to outside noise. Folks just be talking. Just learn how to shut the freak up.